Monopoly profit maximization, market power, market failure due to monopoly, causes of monopoly, advertising networks, dynamics, and behavioral economics. Managerial problems. So drug firms have patents that expire after 20 years and Congress expect drug prices to fall after it. But evidence shows that prices went up. Why can a firm with a patent-based monopoly charge a high price? Why might a brand name drugs? We need to understand the decision-making process of monopoly, the sole supplier of a good for which there is no close substitute. The relevant market strategy monopoly, a single seller that sets price or output level to maximize profit. A monopolist sets its price above market power and creates a deadweight loss or market failure due to monopoly prices. A patent is one form of creating a monopoly, the other is cost. To increase profits, a monopoly can use advertising and charge an initial low price to create a long-run network effect. Okay, let's take monopoly. So any firm maximizes profit. Rule for monopoly maximization. So monopoly can adjust price or its quantity to maximize profit. Whether the monopoly sets its price or its quantity, the other variable is determined by the downward sloping market demand curvature. So we have here the derivative of using care the output, the derivative of profit related to quantity has to be zero. So by setting the derivative of the profit function with respect to quantity equal to zero, we have an equation that determines the profit maximizing output. And we have different examples. So the learner index or price markup. The learner index measures a firm's market power. The larger the difference between price and marginal cost, the larger the learner index. The indexes can care for any firm, whether or not the firm is a monopoly. So epsilon, the learner index or price markup for a monopoly ranges between 0 and 1. So if epsilon is minus 101, only slightly less than monopoly markup is 99%. If epsilon is minus 3, the monopoly markup is 33%. Less power with perfect. When better substitutes are introduced into the market, the demand becomes more elastic. Xerox pioneered plain paper copy machines until other companies start to produce similar products. And nowadays, Xerox is no longer in a, let's say, monopoly position. Less power with more firms. When more firms enter the market, people have more choices. Demand becomes more elastic. USPC after FedEx and UPS enter the market. Less power with closer competition. When firms that provide the same service locate closer to this firm, the demand becomes more elastic. Wendy's, Burger King, and McDonald's close to each other. Now, I wouldn't say, let's say, McDonald's or KFC or Burger King are monopolistic monopoly position as at least in United States and development, there are dozens of fast food chains. So competition is high. From certain level, yes, that could be an oligopoly in certain markets. There are only several. However, they do not offer, let's say, similar products, because McDonald's can offer one thing, others only sandwiches like Subway and so on. Cost of a firm with substantial lower costs than potential rivals. So monopoly market exists mainly because of cost consideration and government policy. A low-cost firm is a monopoly if it sells a price so low that other potential competitors with higher costs would lose money, so no other firm enters the market. This is called dumping, when you sell a product below production costs, so that you can ruin your competition, and after that you will be in a monopoly position. However, dumping is not allowed in many markets. The sources of it are superior technology, better production methods, control of either an essential facility or a scarce source. Governments grant a license, monopoly rights, or patents. Governments create monopolies either by making it difficult for new firms to obtain a license to operate or by explicitly granting a monopoly right to one firm, thereby excluding other firms. By auctioning a monopoly to a private firm, a government can capture the future value of monopoly earning. Okay, have to calculus here again. Networks, dynamics, and behavioral economics. A good has a network externality. One person's demand depends on the consumption of a good by others. If a good has a positive network externality, its value to a consumer grows as the number of units sold increases. Firms can benefit from direct size effects if a customer can get a direct benefit from a larger network. Firms can also benefit from indirect effect when users benefit from complementary goods that are offered when a product has a critical mass of users. The direct network externality depends on the size of them because customers want to interact with each other. Why? Bandwagon, if a person places greater value on a good as more and more people possess it. Snob effect. A person places greater value on a good, as fewer and fewer people possess it. Network. So because of the need for a critical mass of customers in a market with a positive network externality, we sometimes see only one large firm surviving. The Windows operating system largely dominates the market because it has a critical mass of users, but having obtained a monopoly of firms does not necessarily keep it.